and welcome back. Hello friends, and welcome back to the channel. Today we are not going to create any game. Today, for further coding, we need to understand some basics of the coding. So, our main question for today is today our topic is what is coding. So, what do you think? What is coding? And what do we mean by term coding? And why is it very important now? Well, for starters, we can say that coding is a way to communicate with the computer. For the starters, I think we can say it. And it is, why is it important? It's important because in what I have heard that in new education policy, government is going to, and what new government policy is doing, they are making sure that every school should teach coding in a school. So we are learning coding here, and that will help us to learn in easy way. So how can we understand coding more easily? Let's say you have asked computer, what is 4 plus 4? What will the computer answer give? It will be the 8. The 8, right? So here, this 4 plus 4 that you have asked is, so 4 plus 4 here is your question, and the answer you got from computer, which is 8, right? So what is, like, you are the programmer here, and what is 8? 8 is this is the input. Now you ask what input is? Well, input is nothing but the question you gave to computer, that's input. Okay, let's mark it. That's input, the question you gave to the computer, and you get 8 as the output, right? Input and output, that what happens in the computer. Okay, so now who is the programmer here? Are you the programmer, or is the computer programmer? Programmer is nothing but the but programmer is different from the computer. When you give the question to the computer, you're the programmer that time. Means the person who asked this 4 plus 4 is the programmer here, and the 8 is the output, so it's the computer. Alright, now what are we gonna now the next thing I want to tell you is what language does computer communicate in? What is the name of the language that computers communicate with? Do you know? If not, don't worry, I'm here to tell you. Binary language, that's what computer understands. And do you know how? I'll just show you one thing, and it's really shocking when I saw it first too, but it's pretty amazing. Can you tell what this is written? what is this? What this says? It's a simple word. Hello. When you write this, it means you're saying hello in binary language. Now, I still don't know how if you have to code, how will you code in binary language? That's like impossible. So, to make a program in binary language is like impossible. So we humans decided to create a language that we can understand and so as computer can, which is now what we call programming. Yes, programming is the language that we and computer both can understand in no time. So, have you ever heard of these courses? Have you ever heard of these courses like C and CC, Triple C and C++, and there's so many like Java. Java is pretty obvious and most of you have heard of it, and these are the common words that computer uses: Java, CC, Python and Triple C and C++. There are so many languages like that. They're in English and are readable. So we can say to write copy in, let's say, Python. So we will say computer programming language. We'll say to computer to display it in English as it don't know it. So the binary language will tell programming language like 1010 and like this, and the programming language will turn it into English so it gets as output and we can read it. Okay, now there's something I want to tell you, and that's pretty interesting, and I hope you will have fun in it. So can you guys say English as programming? Can we say that? Like English is for us and programming is for computer. Can we say that? Yes, we can. So like these words are English is for us, it's for the user, and programming is for the computer, right? And it is really easy. Don't please judge my handwriting again. So in English we use as word, and in coding language we say it as keywords, means words in English and keywords in programming or coding. So I'm going to tell you some words like this. Just give me a sec and I'll show you a chart, and that will be pretty good, as well as I'll tell you how we can and why are these called. Okay, so here's the chart I want to show you. So as I have told you earlier, like here we have English is what we understand, programming is what computer understands. Alright, words is what we understand, keywords is what computer understands, sentences it's what we understand, statements is what computer understands. And what is a group of sentences, or let's say group of statements? Because sentences is what we understand, as I told you, and statement is what computer understands. So here we are talking about computers, so we will say statements, group of statements. And so if group of sentences or statements, we say what will be the output of group of sentences or statements. It will be a program what we create. And group of programs, like let's say a lot of coding, group of programs will be our group of program will be the application or software that we play games on, or we create websites or web pages, applications, software, or programmings. These are all the same things, right? Programming is not the same thing. I'm sorry, I said programming. So application, software, hardware, or whatever, and the games, little games, and websites will come in the group of programs. Now let's get to something more important and easy thing, which we should understand, and I'll tell you now what are some basic rules, not rules, but what other people think and what I think. So I'll put some of those in front of you so that we can understand. So I want to tell you, like most of the thing people think, like coding has an age to learn. So what I think, that like there is not a fixed age to learn anything. I'm not talking about coding, but everything. You can start learning coding or programming whenever you want. At what age? If you're like a teenager, that's good start. If you're like plus 18, then it's also a good start. Plus 20 or plus 25 and 30, that's also a good start, because we don't have a specific. Do you see anyone's age and then judge them like, oh my gosh, now you're studying, is it a time for study? So you can study whenever you want, at whatever age you want. It's up to you. Or then don't listen to people who ever say like, is this the age to learn, or is this an age that you should not learn. Learning, there is no fixed age for learn. That's what I'm trying to say. There are so many people who judge like, why are you learning this age? For you play and to spend time with your friends. That's not true. If you want to learn, you can learn. If you want to play, you can play. And so many people say like, this is a time for spend time with your family. It's not true. If you want to learn and learn something new and want to teach something in your way to others in the future, so you can learn and you're free to learn, because there is no specific age for that. Now I want to tell you something. Have you ever heard of this course? This course is really popular and you can search for it. Now what is this used for? It's used for development. Development of what? Developments of so many things, like websites and countries and all, right? Now, what is the learning time of it? Learning time is 2 to 3 months. 2 to 3 months. It's a good start for your new things to learn. And now, what is the second famous code that you heard about? Java. Java is used. We all know why is it used. If not, I'll tell you. But it's used for building apps. And what's the time? It takes a lot of time, but once you're professional at it, you will create games in seconds. So it takes 2 to 6 months. Alright. Now, I'll tell you some more, and then now this is a very heard of this name, and it's almost everywhere. Python is I suggest Java because Java is easy than the Python, and Python doesn't take too much time, but it's what basically used for. It's used for let's not say that. It's used for data science. So yeah, Python is used for data science and also for machine learning. And if you want to create machines and all, then Python is the best thing. And how much time it takes? It takes less than 3 months. You must be thinking like Java takes way too much time than Python does. Yes, it does, but Python is a bit difficult than the Java. And now there is one thing, like most of people gets confused in it. JavaScript. You must be thinking like Java and JavaScript are the same. No, they are not. Like I have mentioned on the left side, Java is used to build apps, where what JavaScript does, it's used for dynamic web page. It's used to create dynamic web pages. Yes. And how much time does it take? It takes less than 2 months. Yes. So this is all I was trying to tell in this video, and this is all I was thinking to cover in this video, like what I see, hashtag C, CSTRI and Python and Java and JavaScript. And remember this line, there's no fixed age to learn a new thing. In next video I'll be telling you what's the basic difference between coding and programming, and that will be the second introduction video towards coding. So guys, don't forget that there is no age of learning, and I hope you enjoyed the video. So thank you for watching and have a nice day.